Viktor Frankl, an Austrian psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, believed that finding meaning in life is what drives us to keep going, even in the darkest times. He experienced the horrors of concentration camps, where prisoners were treated worse than animals, suffering from hunger, disease, and constant abuse. They had no freedom and faced the threat of death every day. In such a hopeless situation, Frankl discovered that the will to find meaning in life is powerful. He saw that even when everything is taken from you, your freedom, belongings, and dignity, there's still one thing that can't be taken: the ability to find purpose in your suffering. Frankl realized that if we can find this purpose, this star in the sky, it gives us the strength to survive and overcome the worst experiences imaginable. So, according to Frankl, the essence of life is not just to exist, but to find a reason to live, a meaning that makes all the struggles worth enduring. According to Viktor Frankl, what truly motivates people isn't the pursuit of pleasure, success, or power, but the search for a deeper purpose or meaning in life. He observed that in today's Western society, many feel disconnected from a sense of purpose. Jobs can seem meaningless, and the accumulation of possessions often serves as a distraction from an underlying emptiness. In a world where traditional sources of meaning, like community, religion, or national defense, are less prominent, people can fall into nihilism, questioning the very point of existence. Frankl's experiences in concentration camps during World War II revealed to him that even in the most dire circumstances, finding meaning could be a matter of life and death. He saw that those who found a reason to live, despite the suffering, were more likely to survive. Frankl himself found purpose in caring for sick inmates, choosing to stay with them rather than escape, showing that his commitment to others was stronger than the desire for personal freedom or safety. He also noticed that those who lost hope often succumbed to the brutal conditions of the camps, as they believed there was nothing left to look forward to in life. This loss of hope and meaning led to a decline in their will to live. Frankl's insights teach us that finding meaning in life, no matter the circumstances, is essential for our mental and physical well-being. It's not about the external achievements or recognition, but about the internal conviction that our lives have significance and that we are contributing to something greater than ourselves. This belief can sustain us through the toughest challenges. Viktor Frankl told a story about a prisoner who had a dream that the war would end on March 13, 1945, and he would be free. The prisoner hoped this would come true, but when the day came and went with no change, he lost hope, got sick, and died. Frankl wondered if it's fair to expect people in such awful situations to find meaning in their lives. Some things are so hard that they seem to take away our ability to choose. After the war, Frankl thought about whether people can still be free in their minds, even when everything else is controlled by others. He decided that we can always keep a little bit of freedom inside us no matter what's happening. He remembered some prisoners who, despite having nothing, shared what little they had and tried to help others. They showed that no matter what, we can always choose how we react to what life throws at us. We can't always control what happens, but we can control how we respond. No matter how bad things get, we always have choices. Even in the worst places like concentration camps, people made different choices. Some were cruel, some gave up, and some tried to help others. Frankl said that our freedom to choose our path is what gives life meaning. We can decide to do bad things to survive, follow others blindly, or give up hope because the world seems empty. Or we can choose to find our own way, even when life is really tough. Frankl thought that how we deal with hard times, like carrying a heavy burden, is our chance to make our lives mean something more. Why meaning? Imagine waking up every day without any real purpose, just going through the motions to earn a living and distract yourself from the emptiness you feel. You might blame everything from your past to your genes for your lack of direction. But Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust, says you can rise above these challenges and find a reason to live that goes beyond your current situation. In today's world, people often chase money, power, and pleasure, thinking these will make their lives meaningful. But Frankl believed these are just temporary fixes for a deeper problem, a feeling of emptiness, or what he called an existential vacuum. We might try to fill this void with material things, or by seeking happiness, which has become almost a demand in some cultures. However, Frankl argued that happiness can't be chased directly. It comes as a result of living a life with purpose. When you find a reason to be happy, happiness will follow naturally. So the key to a fulfilling life isn't in external achievements, but in discovering what truly matters to you and pursuing it with all your heart. Happiness, then, is not the goal but the reward for living a life aligned with your deepest values. Our quest in life isn't just to be happy. Instead, we're looking for reasons to be happy, which often comes from finding meaning in our experiences. He believed that success, like happiness, shouldn't be our main goal. It's something that happens naturally when we're committed to a cause bigger than ourselves. The more we focus on the cause rather than the success, the more likely we are to achieve it. Frankl said that the meaning of life is unique to each person, moment, and situation. There's no universal answer that fits everyone. It's like asking a chess champion for the best move in the game. There isn't one because the best move depends on the specific situation and opponent. We can't just make up our life's meaning. We have to discover it by engaging with the world and responding to its needs. According to Frankl, we find life's meaning in 3 ways. 1. By creating or doing something. This could be writing, painting, inventing, or any form of creation that contributes to the world. 2. By experiencing or connecting with others. This includes the relationships we build and the experiences we have with people and the world around us. 3. By our attitude towards suffering. When we face challenges we can't avoid, the way we respond can give our lives meaning. So finding meaning can come from our achievements, our connections, and our resilience in the face of hardship. This meaning gives us a reason to be happy and a sense of success that isn't tied to material gains or external validation. It's about making a difference, building relationships, and facing life's challenges with courage and dignity. Viktor Frankl, who deeply explored the concept of meaning in life, suggests that we discover what's truly important to us by actively participating in the world. It's through our actions and interactions that we uncover the needs of others and find opportunities to make a difference. The acts of kindness we perform don't have to be monumental. Even small gestures, like sharing food with someone in need, can carry immense significance. Frankl also believed that forming connections is a fundamental way to find meaning. It's not just about doing things for others. It's also about the relationships we build and the love we share. He saw love as the ultimate way to truly understand and appreciate the uniqueness of another person or the beauty of the world around us. According to Frankl, when we open ourselves up to love, we experience life in its fullest sense, through the goodness, truth, and beauty that come from deeply connecting with people, nature, and culture. This heartfelt engagement with the world is what imbues our lives with genuine meaning. He continued to explore the depths of human suffering and the search for meaning, and tells the story of an older doctor who was deeply depressed after the death of his wife. Instead of giving advice, Frankl asked the doctor to consider how his wife would have felt if he had died first, and she had to live without him. The doctor realized that his wife would have suffered greatly. Frankl helped him see that by surviving her, he spared her that pain, and in his grief, he was honoring her life. Frankl believed that when we can't change our situation, like those who were trapped in concentration camps, we must find the strength to change ourselves. This means shifting our perspective and finding a way to make sense of our suffering. He argued that even in the face of death and despair, we can choose our response. By doing so, we can transform our suffering into a source of strength and find profound meaning in our lives, no matter how difficult the circumstances. This ability to choose our attitude in the face of unavoidable suffering is what Frankl saw as the ultimate expression of our freedom and the essence of what makes life meaningful. Viktor Frankl's philosophy centers on the idea that having a purpose or reason for living can change an empty and despairing life into one that's meaningful, no matter what we're going through. He believed that if we have a why to live, a reason or purpose that's important to us, we can endure any how, which means we can handle any situation or challenge that life throws at us. This is because our why gives us the strength and motivation to keep going, even when things are tough. Frankl's insights teach us that the search for meaning is a powerful force, that can give us hope and direction, transforming our lives into something worth cherishing. Thank you for engaging with these ideas.